Welcome back. Had a very nice cat on my lap and he just bit me really hard and then went running off. Let's see. The value of a mentor or a guide or a coach or talking to somebody. So I suspect you probably know that I started the musical adventure a couple of years ago and I selected it because it's the hardest thing that I could think of, and probably the most unlikely that would lead to any sort of success, but I would certainly give it a try. So then a few months in, I got this bright idea that I'd go back and get a degree in music. Whoops. So, that of course means 4 semesters of music theory. And one of the aspects of music theory is transcribing music. You listen to something and you transcribe it. This is a basic music thing. And people are really good at that. They have a really good ear and they can hear it and they can hear the rhythm and then they can translate that and down onto the paper it goes. It's just part of being a musician, and musicians can just do that and non-musicians can't do that. So while I discovered that the technical aspect of music theory, knowing what's the natural minor or the harmonic minor of this, and knowing it intellectually is one thing, when it comes to my teacher at the start of the class going ta, 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 and then transcribing that, I'm in this class with 25. There's a couple of other oldsters in the class, but everybody else is like 12, it seems like, and they just write it down really fast. And then they can conduct it. They can conduct the rhythm with their hands. So this made me essentially want to quit. Don't worry, is this story going anywhere? Yes, it's perfectly in line with this theme of the week. You'll see. And so I just kind of wanted to quit because I don't know what it is. It's just I can't. I have nuclear hearing. I can hear mice on their cell phones 3 miles away when I'm trying to meditate. But there's a different kind of hearing where you can hear music, chord changes, and rhythm and such. And so I kind of wanted to quit. And, hey, let's quit. The way you always succeed in life is that you quit. That's the one guaranteed way to make it in anything, is just when it really gets bad, just make sure that you quit again. So I talked to my teacher about it and he recommended get some tutoring. And so he pointed out this delightful young lady in the music theory 4 class. And so I went to talk to her and just said, I hear you might offer some tutoring. And she said, sure. Bright, remarkably intelligent, very kind, very just astonishingly mature. I don't know how old she is, 20, 21 years old, just bright as can be. So anyway, I sat down with her yesterday and I went into my spiel, my litany. It's like, I just started and I'm, probably too old and I don't, I don't have much of any, in other words, I was just perfectly describing my problem. I'm so addicted to the problem rather than the solution. And that's my story, man. It's like, can't do it, don't have any ear. I have white man's disease. So clearly I have no rhythm. I have no rhythm. So she goes, whoa, 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 whoa. And so she just started working with me. And, she listened. It wasn't as though she didn't hear me, but it was just like she wasn't trying to hear that story. But anyway, long story short, by the end of the session, I was conducting like Zubin Mehta, and I was saying, she was making up little rhythms and I was writing them down and I was actually able to hear them. But there were a couple of times during the process working with her where it just the shame or the embarrassment that was just building up, because it's like, I'm an adult, I'm smart. And the fact that I couldn't do it, the embarrassment, the humility, the humiliation, and she just stayed perfectly present and she just wasn't gonna buy that. And so the reason I bring it up is the value of working with a coach, a mentor, a guide, somebody who knows what they're doing in a particular field, and cutting through possibly years, maybe lifetimes of difficulty in the twinkling of an eye. So it's just a reminder to all of us when it comes to matters metaphysical, spiritual, that sort of thing. I'm always working and listening to others and the value and the necessity of doing it. This, I think, is one of the reasons why God created more than one brain, because we can all help one another out. But oftentimes, the worst place we can go is inside of our own head and just listen to the echo chamber of the bondage of self and who we think we are, rather than using every resource to remember who we really are. Anyway, that's my little story. I'll see you tomorrow.